Welcome to this afternoon's introduction of the 13th president of Kutztown University. We have some VIPs here with us today, which I would like to introduce the mayor of the borough of Kutztown, Jim Schlegel. Mayor Schlegel. Our state representative, Jamie Barton. Our state senator, Judy Schwank. From our council of trustees, Sandy Green. So we're going to have a short introduction. We're going to meet our new president, and then we're going to start a reception line here in the front, so you will all get a chance to talk to him between now and 5 p.m. So without further ado, I will welcome the chair of the Kutztown University Council of Trustees, Mr. Dennis Jouro.
Good afternoon. Appreciate everybody gathering today for this fantastic announcement. I am Dennis Jouro, chair of the Council of Trustees, and I want to welcome you to this special reception to greet our incoming president, Dr. Philip Cavalier. Dr. Cavalier came to town yesterday to participate in 3 days of meetings, to get to know you, to get to know the area more, and to get prepared as we move on to our next journey with our 13th president. Most of you followed along the extensive search for a new president after we formed the search committee last fall. But before we introduce Dr. Cavalier, there are many people I'd like to thank. First, the search committee. Hopefully many of you are here today. A comprehensive group of faculty, staff, administrators, board volunteers, and students who worked tirelessly by attending meetings, scouring resumes, ranking candidates, taking notes, and attending hours of interviews. If you see one of the search committee members, please thank them. It was a long journey. Yes, I hear you. It was. Thank you to the President's Office, especially Pam Rex. Where is Pam? There she is. Thank you, Pam. Pam worked day and night in assistance of the committee, and it was invaluable. Thank you to the Chancellor's Office and the State System for the support and guidance throughout the process. And to Dr. Hawkinson for his longtime service to this great university and his assistance in the ongoing transition. To the Cabinet for their help with the transition team, and especially Trustee Sandy Green and Vice Presidents Lauren Basin Arnold, Matt Delaney, and Matt Santos. Thank you for serving as the co-chairs of the committee. And to my fellow trustees for their support and guidance and participation throughout the search. And finally, thank you, the university community, for your valuable feedback and the ability to make all of our candidates and the new president want to be the next leader of Kutztown University. So without further ado, let's meet the man of the hour. And he's kind of hiding over there. Dr. Philip Cavalier brings a wealth of experience to our campus, including 27 years in higher education as a professor, dean, and provost. This most recent includes 7 years at UT Martin, where he served as provost and senior vice chancellor for academic affairs and managed the institution as interim chancellor. We are confident he will further KU's mission and 159-year tradition of providing affordable, high-quality undergraduate, graduate, and lifelong learning opportunities to the students of our region and beyond. On behalf of the Kutztown University Council of Trustees, please join me in welcoming the 13th president of Kutztown University, Dr. Philip Cavalier.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Man, I'll tell you what, it is exciting to be here. It's exciting to be here and not interviewing, by the way. It was fun doing that. This is a whole lot better. I am thrilled to be joining this community. When I was here initially in early April, I had a chance to meet a lot of folks, starting with Lori McMillan and Kira and Sandy Green, who took me on the tour to start my visit. And we had a great time, saw an incredibly beautiful campus, and I thought, boy, you know, I could see myself here. By the end of all of the meetings and visiting with people and meeting with the different groups, I left campus and I called my sons. I have 3 sons. And we did I don't even know what you call it on FaceTime when you have all of them together, like 4 boxes or whatever. And basically I said, look, this is the place. This is absolutely the place. When I decided where I was going to go to college, I had a list of things I wanted, and I went to visit lots of places. And lots of places had the things that I wanted. But it was when I went to the school that I eventually enrolled at, I fell in love with that place irrationally. I cannot tell you why exactly. It had all those great things, but there was something about what happened when I got to that campus that made me think I want to be here. And that was the best decision I made in my life when I went to college, though there are probably some faculty members there who wished I hadn't made that decision. But I think that this will be equally a decision of that import and excellence for me and for my family, and I'm certainly looking forward to being in this community. You know, when you start this process, and Dennis mentioned that it's a long process, you know, it really starts like literally sitting on a couch in Martin, Tennessee with a laptop working on a letter. And it's so abstract, right? I mean, not the letter. Hopefully the letter's not abstract. But imagining this moment it's so far off in the distance. And you know, I looked carefully, what is Kutztown about? And by the way, I went to school outside of Philadelphia. I played sports against Millersville and Westchester and had friends who went here. So I was aware of Kutztown, but what does it look like on paper? And tried to figure out, do I match with the things that Kutztown is saying it needs in its next president? And along the way, feeling like, yes, this is a place that I think I fit that list. And to go through the process of interviewing with 2 groups, by the way, 2 different teams, 2 one-hour Zoom interviews, and then to come to campus to meet with the chancellor and with the board of governors, and just have the things that I thought I saw reaffirmed in each of those encounters. It's an incredible thing, and it's a little bit surreal to be standing up here in front of you. I look forward to building on what is an incredible legacy. The last 10 years, you've had a president who has served this institution so well that you are really one of the strongest, if not the strongest, PASHE institutions. Absolutely. President Hawkinson and the cabinet and the staff and faculty here and not here, and the Council of Trustees, you have brought this place to a point where someone walking in doesn't have to say, how are we going to put out this massive dumpster fire, right? How are we going to figure out how to cut this incredible operating deficit? And there's been pain, I know that. I'm only starting to hear stories, but I understand that this has not been easy over the last 10 years. But President Hawkinson's leadership has gotten you to the point where we, over the next 10 years, hopefully, if I make it that long, if I can survive and live, that we will be able to do some incredible things, not starting by fixing huge problems, but by thinking, how can we build out that strategic plan and reach the goals that we've articulated in that? How can we continue to do the incredible things you've done here that are always focused on one thing and one thing only, and that is making sure that students who come here thrive, survive, succeed, and graduate and go on and do incredible things in the world, whether that's their community or in their jobs. So I am very, very eager to get here, to get to know the folks in this room, to get to know the friends of this university, to know the students when they come here next year. It's exciting to think next year's first-year class, we will all be starting it together. And just can't wait to get here July 7th. So thank you very much for coming out, and I look forward to working with everybody.